Buckle up! The future of warfare is here. Did you know that the US Navy now has a laser cannon that can melt a drone out of the sky? I'm not even kidding. It sounds like something out of Star Wars, but it's real. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. 2024 is shaping up to be a landmark year for military technology, with crazy advancements popping up faster than you can say hypersonic missile. We're talking about weapons that can strike anywhere in the world in minutes, swarms of AI-controlled drones, and even freaking exoskeletons that make soldiers stronger and faster. This stuff is straight out of a sci-fi movie, but believe me, it's all too real. So if you're interested in the future of warfare, or if you just want to see the mind-blowing tech that's being developed right now, then buckle up, because we're about to dive headfirst into the top 5 craziest military technologies of 2024. All right, let's kick things off with something truly out of this world directed energy weapons. Remember that Navy laser cannon I mentioned earlier? That's just one example of how militaries are using highly focused energy beams to zap targets from afar. We're talking lasers, microwaves, the whole shebang. Imagine a weapon that shoots beams of light at the speed of light. No bullet drop, no leading the target, instant destruction. That's the power of lasers. They can disable drones, obliterate missiles mid-flight, and even take out small boats with pinpoint accuracy. And the best part? As long as you've got a power source, you've got ammo. No more lugging around heavy boxes of bullets or missiles. It's like having an infinite ammo cheat code in real life. The US Navy's law system is already deployed on ships, and it's just the beginning. Other countries are developing their own versions, and we can expect to see even more powerful and compact directed energy weapons in the near future. Think about it, folks. This technology has the potential to completely revolutionize warfare. Imagine a world where wars are fought with beams of light instead of bullets and bombs. It sounds crazy, but that's the future we're heading towards.
But hey, it's not all sunshine and lasers. There are some downsides too. For one thing, these weapons are still pretty expensive to develop and deploy. And then there's the whole issue of atmospheric interference. You see, lasers and microwaves can be scattered by rain, fog, or even dust, which can reduce their effectiveness. But scientists are working on ways to overcome these challenges, and I have no doubt that directed energy weapons will play a major role in future conflicts.
Next up, we've got something that'll give you goosebumps: autonomous swarm drones. Picture this, hundreds, even thousands of tiny drones all networked together, acting like a single terrifying organism. Forget about lone wolf drones. We're talking about a whole pack of wolves, all coordinated and controlled by artificial intelligence. These aren't your grandpa's clunky drones. We're talking next-level tech here. These swarms can fly autonomously, meaning no joystick jockeys needed. They communicate with each other, share information, and adapt to changing situations on the fly, like a hive mind straight out of a sci-fi flick. Imagine a swarm of these things blanketing an enemy position, relaying intel back to base, jamming communications, and even launching coordinated attacks. That's the kind of game-changing capability that drone swarms offer.
And the scariest part? This isn't some distant future tech. The US and China are already pouring billions into developing their own drone swarms. Just last year, the US Army tested a swarm of over 100 micro-drones, and the results were, well, let's just say, they were impressive. These swarms can be equipped with a variety of payloads, from cameras and sensors to weapon systems. They can be used for surveillance, reconnaissance, search and rescue, and yes, even offensive operations.
Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds terrifyingly like something out of a Terminator movie. And you're not wrong to be concerned. The development of autonomous weapon systems raises a whole host of ethical and moral questions. But like it or not, this technology is here to stay, and it's only going to get more sophisticated in the years to come. So buckle up, Buttercup, because the future of warfare is looking a lot like a scene from a Michael Bay movie. Chapter 3.
Okay, now let's crank things up to 11 and talk about hypersonic missiles. These bad boys are like the Ferraris of the missile world, capable of screaming through the atmosphere at speeds greater than Mach 5. That's 5 times the speed of sound, folks, or over 3,800 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, that's like traveling from New York to Los Angeles in less than an hour.
But it's not just about speed. These missiles are also incredibly maneuverable, capable of changing course mid-flight, making them incredibly difficult to track and intercept.
They can zig, they can zag, they can practically dance around traditional missile defense systems. It's like trying to swat a fly with a tennis racket, except the fly is on fire, and it's carrying a warhead.
The US, Russia, and China are locked in a full-blown arms race to develop and deploy hypersonic weapons. Russia claims its Avangard missile can reach a mind-blowing Mach 27, while the US is working on its own hypersonic air-breathing weapon concept, or HAWK.
These weapons have the potential to completely upend the balance of power, giving nations the ability to strike targets anywhere in the world with incredible speed and precision. Imagine a weapon that can take out an enemy aircraft carrier from thousands of miles away, all while evading existing missile defense systems. That's the kind of game-changing capability that hypersonic missiles offer.
Of course, all this speed and maneuverability comes at a cost. Developing hypersonic weapons is incredibly complex and expensive. And then there's the whole issue of controlling a missile that's traveling at several times the speed of sound. It's not easy, folks.
But despite the challenges, the allure of hypersonic weapons is just too strong to resist. And we can expect to see more and more of these screaming demons taking to the skies in the years to come. So yeah, the future of warfare is fast, folks. Like really, really fast.
Chapter 4.
Now let's talk about something that sounds like it's straight out of Star Trek quantum radar. This revolutionary technology, currently being developed by China, has the potential to change the way wars are fought by rendering stealth technology practically useless.
See, traditional radar works by bouncing radio waves off objects and analyzing the reflected signals. But stealth aircraft and missiles are designed to absorb or deflect these waves, making them nearly invisible to radar.
However, quantum radar uses a completely different principle: quantum entanglement. Imagine two particles linked together in a spooky way that even Einstein couldn't fully explain. When you change something about one particle, the other particle instantly changes in the same way, even if they're miles apart. That's quantum entanglement in a nutshell.
Now imagine using this principle to create a radar system. Instead of radio waves, you use entangled photons. You fire one photon towards your target, while the other photon stays put. Because the photons are entangled, any changes in the first photon will be reflected in the second photon, regardless of whether it hit a stealth aircraft or not.
This means that even if a stealth aircraft manages to deflect or absorb the first photon, the second photon will still reveal its presence. It's like magic, only it's science.
China's development of quantum radar has sent shockwaves through the defense industry, as it has the potential to render billions of dollars worth of stealth technology obsolete. Of course, quantum radar is still in its early stages of development, and it faces significant technical hurdles. But if it lives up to its potential, it could completely change the face of warfare, making it much harder for countries to hide their military assets. Chapter 5.
Last but not least, let's talk about something that will make you feel like you stepped onto the set of Iron Man exoskeleton suits. Remember Ripley battling the Queen Alien in that power loader? Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about, but way more advanced.
These suits are designed to augment human strength, endurance, and agility, turning ordinary soldiers into walking, talking tanks.
Imagine a soldier who can effortlessly carry hundreds of pounds of gear, sprint for miles without breaking a sweat, and even shrug off bullets like they were raindrops. That's the promise of exoskeleton technology.
The US military has been particularly interested in this technology, pouring billions into developing its own Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit, or TALOS. This suit, once just a pipe dream, is now becoming a reality, with prototypes already undergoing testing.
TALOS is designed to do it all: enhance strength and endurance, provide ballistic protection, and even offer advanced situational awareness through a heads-up display. It's like giving soldiers their own personal Iron Man suit.
But the US isn't alone. Countries like Russia and China are also developing their own exoskeleton programs, recognizing the potential of this technology to create a new breed of super soldier.
Now, exoskeletons still face a number of challenges, from battery life and mobility to cost and complexity. But the potential benefits are simply too great to ignore. Imagine a world where soldiers are no longer limited by their human frailties, where they can operate in hazardous environments with ease, and where they can carry out their missions with unmatched speed and power. That's the future that exoskeletons offer.
So there you have it, folks. The top 5 craziest military technologies of 2024. From laser beams and drone swarms to hypersonic missiles and quantum radar, the future of warfare is looking more and more like a science fiction movie every day. These technologies have the potential to revolutionize the way wars are fought, making them faster, more precise, and unfortunately, potentially more devastating. It's a brave new world out there, folks, and it's up to us to understand the implications of these technologies and ensure they are used responsibly. What do you think about all this crazy tech? Are you excited about the future of warfare, or are you a little terrified? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to check out my other videos for more mind-blowing tech and science stuff. Until next time, stay curious.